Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here. I have just finished my live, and well, not just. I've had a 10 minutes or so to kind of gather my brain together, because I was having a bit of I was starting to have a bit of a meltdown, not on screen, not on camera, because I wouldn't, because that's the kind of person I am. It's like when I used to teach, I'd never have a meltdown in front of my students. I would remove myself or wait until the end of the class. It's really hard. I can't tell you how. I can't stop them from happening, but I can kind of hold them off. It's like a stay of execution. Anyway, sorry for scratching that off while I was doing that. I've been making this in the previous video, and this is kind of a bit of a take on, I can't remember where I saw it. It was either Tracy Fox, Shabbydabbydoodah, 49 Dragonflies. One of those people were making these, and it's literally just a 12 by 12. Well, these are the ones that is the prototype. So it's just literally like a 12 by 12 sheet of paper that you then stick a bottom bit on, and have like foldy out things. So this one folds out this way on this side, and this one folds out this way on this side. But I kind of changed it so you only make it out of one solid piece of card, which you'll see in the previous video anyway. So you don't have to stick, you don't have to line it up and trim it off and that sort of thing. But then the problem is then you end up with they both open in the same way. So anyway, that's that. So this was like the two that I kind of made. Oh, I made another one, didn't I? I made one on camera, which was this one. So this is another one where it opens that way and then opens that way. But this is the one that I've been working on. So this is, I've used a file folder for this, and instead of folding it, sort of folding in or sticking on, what I did was, because it's so much wider, these are, I've shown you these before. So this double this. That's only one side. Oh, Dave, because my brain's not working. So, and they open like this. They're much longer than, what are they? They're about 17 inches that way. So what I did was I cut it and then folded the bottom bit up. So this bit is just folded up, so it's got a fold on this edge. And then I've glued another bit on here. So now what I've got is where are they? So I've got a pocket here, and I've got a pocket here. Yeah, I've got this little flippy out thing, this little window thing that I did. And then I've got a pocket here and a pocket here, with a flippy out thing here. So this is where I currently am, and I'm going to continue decorating this. So I thought you might want to just, I'm not going to teach you anything today. I'm just going to do some crafting because my brain needs it. Like I say, I've staved off a bit of a meltdown, and I just want to do some craft basically, because crafting is really good for my mental health. I mean, it's good for everybody's mental health. Really, if you don't craft, you should really try it. And that's why I kind of got into it. I got into crafting for basically my mental health. I've told you all of this before, but I used to craft with my grandma. I used to make things, sew things, and that sort of thing. She wasn't a paper crafter. I'd never heard of the thing. I didn't even know you could paper craft when I was young. So I, used to just sew things and knit, and I never made anything. I just did it because it was something to do, and it was good for my mental health. Even as a child, I was struggling with who I was and self-identity, and being gay back in the 80s was not a good place, not in Britain anyway, not a good place to be. So I I was crafting to kind of keep myself occupied, shall we say. My brain occupied, myself occupied, hands, and everything. So and also because I'm a bit weird, I didn't have many friends, so you know, I am weird, and like, you know, now in later life I like being weird. Back then I was trying to conform and fit in, and like just, you know, sometimes you just can't. So so yeah, I did craft when I was younger, but then when I got older, you have a life, and you're doing all sorts of things, and you're going out and doing, you know, trying to be social and all of that, which trying and failing miserably in my case. So I was, you know, being young, and then when I was in my 40s, I kind of had a bit of a breakdown. My marriage, you know, the situation with my marriage happened. Some people know what happened, some people don't know what happened, but it's a little bit traumatic, and I turned to craft for kind of a release to kind of just help me just, you know, process things and just take my mind off things. So I really do. I like that. I like that was just cut off a piece of 12 by 12 paper, so I don't know where I'm going to use it, but I like it. I like it. I don't know where I'm going to use it. Don't know. Just get rid of it. Go away. Don't need you. I cut a bit. Didn't cut. I tore a bit of that out yesterday. I didn't use in my video, and I don't know where that went, because I'd quite like to use that. Let's get rid of the iPad. The iPad doesn't need to be out now. So yeah, that's why I kind of got into craft. It was just, you know, really good for processing things. Because I might put this in the Janie B journal, so I might have a bit of this on here. So maybe I want. Will that kind of go there? That would. Yeah, I'm just going to rip this way. There's my rule. There it is. So that's how I kind of got into it, and it's just been a lifesaver. I mean, like, literally, it's been a lifesaver. It has, like, you know, saved my life, because my brain can go to some dark places when it's not in a good place, which is like, just like anybody's, you know, your mental health is extremely important. It's so important to look after your mental health. And never be one of those people that thinks that you're never going to suffer with mental health issues, because it can happen to anybody. It can kind of creep up on you and you don't even know it. So I hope you never do, but if you do, just be aware that you are not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. You're not weird, or, you know, you just have poor mental health, and it happens. So yeah, so that's why I kind of got into crafting, and then I really started to get into it, and junk journaling just seems to kind of sit really nicely with me in my head. Like, it does when, like, you kind of get a straight line, but that was not a straight line, Dave. I wouldn't normally worry about it, but because my brain's where it is, I'm going to have to do something about it. Keep doing that, putting that away. It's not a good idea, Dave. I'm going to cut it down, and then what I might do is I just want it to be a bit straighter, because you'll see it. Otherwise you'll see how wonky it is. But now that straight line is too straight for me. So I don't know where my thing is. I've got one of those little edge tearer things. I've got it here. Now, if you don't have one of these, don't have an edge tearer, use a pair of scissors. So use the blade on a pair of scissors. Just be careful if you're going to do this. This is not the, just doing that if you don't have one of these, but this does exactly the same. It's just that the blade is hidden and you're less likely to chop anything off. So it's just great for making it like less perfect. So yeah, I'm going to stick that on there. I'm going to ink it though. So what was I saying? So yeah, getting into paper crafting. So I'd realised that there aren't many men in papercraft. It is extremely female dominated, and you can tell because like the products are definitely aimed at women. Although it's about time we have something a bit more inclusive. So like, do we really have to have pink? I mean, I do know women who love pink. I also know women that hate pink. I know men that love pink and women that hate pink. So why can't we just have, like, you know, why does it all have to be pink? So, like, jewellery scissors, pink. You know, the amount of things that I've got that are pink. I don't really like the colour of them, but, you know, I like pink, don't get me wrong. I just don't. Why do my tools have to be pink? You know. So anyway, yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I don't mind pink because I'm happy. I'm a gay man. I'm not. You know, the jury isn't out. It's not like, you know, I care about, you know, whether people know or whatever. But, you know, if you're a heterosexual man and you want to get into craft, you probably don't want to be having pink things. Oh, God. We need to get more men in craft. We need to get more younger people in craft. We need to get more, you know, ethnic diversity in craft. We need more of... Oh, stop holding the pad, Dave. You know, we need more difference. We need to be more inclusive. That's why, you know, I'm definitely an inclusive type person. I like I always say at the end of my video, you know, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. I don't prejudge you. You give me a reason not to like you, then that's your call, not mine, isn't it? So don't use your... I was just about to use that to put it to glue on. That's your iPad, Dave. That's probably not the best call you've ever done. So yeah, you can tell my brain is firing differently. Well, you might not be able to tell. I can, because I'm trying to process things in my head, and my mental health is not great today. But that's why I'm crafting, because that's the way to make it great. Do something you really enjoy, and you know, you can while away some time. And like, there is so much stuff I should be getting on with and doing and that sort of thing. I might use that. I know it's a piece of... Well, I like that. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Actually, sometimes this is probably a good time to do craft, because it's stuff that I would not normally do. Probably wouldn't have ripped an envelope open like this to... I mean, I ripped it open to use it for this in my previous video, and I probably wouldn't have done that if my brain was firing in its usual way. So it's good that it's doing different things, because it's taking me out of my comfort zone. Right, just going to take that bit off, because like, otherwise, you know, if you're going to write on it, it's going to be all... There's going to be a definite ridge there. So I think I'm going to stick that in there. Do I want that edge, or do I want that? Right, I might just tear the top bit off. Do I want that runkle? Do I want an uncle or a runkle? I think I'm going to go for the runkle. So, yeah, so I mean, like, you know, I need you to have a complete distinction between the two. I have mental health issues, okay? but it's not to do with autism. Okay, I'm autistic. I'm an autistic man who has mental health issues. The two aren't always related. You know, it's quite common. But it's not because I don't think I have mental health issues because I'm autistic. I think I have mental health issues because I have struggled to fit in for so long, and I think that really does cause issues with people's mental health, because, you know, when you see all of these magazines where you're supposed to look like this, I mean, like, there's a whole big thing in the gay culture at the minute about, like, you know, you've got to be athletically fit, and, like, you know, you've got to be, you know, if you're hairy, you've got to be, like, smooth, or, you know, if you're tall, you've got to be short, or if you're short, you've got to be tall, or whatever. Stop trying to get people to fit into other people's sense of normality. What is normal? Normal is what you are, because it's normal. I find it hard. I do sometimes find it difficult and challenging to be me. Because the world is telling me I need to be somebody else. So, and you really shouldn't. You should just be yourself. Be who you are. And don't get me wrong. It takes courage to be who you are. Because somebody's going to say something against it. It's like this video, like, you know, there'll be somebody who's itching to say something negative, and, like, you know, I've had negative comments in the feed that I've just deleted. Just thought, you know what, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's what my mother always told me. So, and that's what I firmly believe. But anyway, yeah, so mental health, please, like, don't, like, you know, get the two mixed up. I have a mental health issue, but I'm also autistic, but it's not necessarily related. I'm going to put a flower on there, I think. I do this all the time, don't I? Just put a flower on things. I want something a bit different, though. Maybe that. I've been looking for a place to put this. You know, something I quite like that. I think I'm going to do that. I've been looking for somewhere to put it, so there we go. Found somewhere to put it. I'm going to put it on here. Right. Yeah, I'm going to. You know what I'm going to like. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to cut out these bits so that. Probably not a good idea today that when my brain's working, but never mind. Hey, you know, I've got witnesses. Cut something off that I shouldn't do, that's attached to me. You know. Anyway, so yeah, I have a mental health issue, and I have it under control most of the time. However, there are times when it just will not stay inside, and it comes out. And the reason for that is because, you know, I'm trying to process it, and it's absolutely fine to be you and, you know, have issues. They're not. I don't believe I don't believe I have an issue. I just have to have some time where I take care of myself. It's like if you fell over and, you know, sprained your ankle, you'd take care of it, wouldn't you? So it's the same for your mental health. If you just, you know, if you fall over, you're just going to have to take some time to heal. So, but yeah, being autistic as well doesn't help because I overprocess things at times. But generally, I am an optimistic person. I see the good in everything. I even see the good in the bad things. So if you know, like, you don't learn to be patient, you're given something to be patient about. So, So you won't ever learn patience, but you can learn to be patient because of something that's happening in your life. So I always believe that, you know, if things happen to you, they're happening for a reason, to give you some kind of resilience to what might come in the future. So yeah, I'm a bit of an optimist, and like, I know that's, you know, challenging for some people, because, you know, it's so much easier, you know, it's so much easier to be a pessimist and to think that everything's going to go wrong, because, you know, you're probably going to be right quite a high proportion of the time. However, I'm an optimist, and I believe that, you know, even if it doesn't go right, it was right for the time. So maybe I'm twisting my optimism to suit the situation, but you know what? It keeps my mental health good. I tend to struggle when it's other people that intervene. So when somebody says, oh, it should have been this, or it should have been that, or you could have done it like this, or whatever, I'm terrible when people criticise me. So there we go, that's better. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I really like that there. I had to cut out those panels. You knew I was going to do that anyway, didn't you? So anybody that knows me will know. You see, this is going to be really intricate. Might have to do the whole glue on the back of the hand technique. The reason why I'm bald on this bit, so like, I've got no hairs growing on that. See, they grow there on that. They've all just been ripped out from here, so with too much glue over the years of crafting. Just concentrating, trying to get the glue on there. Put that on there. I think let's have it so it kind of overlaps. So it overlaps the edge of the it's not a microphone. I was going to say a microphone. It's not a piano either. That was the other word in my head. Words today are failing me. Words don't come easy to me. I don't know. I don't even know who sings it, but like, it was in my head. Yeah, they're not coming easy to me, the words, but envelope is the thing. So it's just overlapping the envelope bit. So that's that sticky bit I've just cut off, and it's following me now everywhere. I kind of want something over the top of that so you could actually journal on it. So it might need a bit of tissue, maybe a bit of this, maybe, because it goes much more transparent when it's stuck down. Well, in theory it does. I might just tear a bit of that out. So all the patterns in the world. So I was thinking this the other day. Sorry about the ASMR. I'm obsessed with ASMR. Well, I'm obsessed with why. So, anyway, I was thinking, with all us junk journals in the world, will there be any books left? You know, because I don't use new books. I like the old books that I find in a junk shop or a charity shop or whatever. But we all cut them up and we turn them into something, and we're going to end up running out of them. So anyway, they're the kind of the random things that pass through my mind. So I don't know. Will we? Do you think we'll run out of them? I think they'll get to a point where it'll be like, we'll be clamorous. So like, this is Edith Holden. I mean, like, you can tell the desire for Edith Holden has gone up, and I think that's because of crafters. Because you used to be able to get them for like next to nothing in a charity shop, like 50p, and now they'll be like 12 quid. So obviously there's a bigger demand for it. So I'm going to put that on there. Are we going to run out? So are we going to be paying silly money to be able to do junk journaling? Because, like, you know, we're down to like 5 books in the world that haven't been cut up. So, or we're going to be going to museums and stealing the exhibits to cut them up. There are sometimes I do think, don't cut it up. You know, it's a really nice book. Don't just cut it up indiscriminately. Have a look, see if it's worth something. It's not. I'm not looking necessarily to see whether it's worth something so I can sell it. I'm looking at it. Is it worth something, so that I know. Well, it's probably got a value, and it probably isn't a good idea to cut it up. Oh, that's better. You see, you've got the element of it there, but it's made it so that you could actually write on it. Also, it's given a more of a matted feel to it. So I need something again like that on the front. So some kind of an element of you can either write on it, or you know, you're just going to put tags in it. I don't care. Might use this as I've ripped this envelope up. I might as well carry on ripping the envelope up, mightn't I? So, yeah. So welcome to the random stuff that goes through my mind, the crazy mind of Dave Flynn. You know something? I've got a feeling I'm going to rip this and go, no, don't like it. Just got a feeling. Just have that feeling. But you know what? It's not as bad. I'd like it if I could, like, can I get that edge up? I'd like it if I can. Doing a bit of surgery on my, I don't know what the pattern's called. The raspberry stuff. Christina Raspberry. That's what it's called in my head. Because Christina gave it me, so yeah. So I think I'm going to have that like that, and then I might have a flower up there. You knew that was going to happen, though, didn't you? So, I don't want that. Is it going to be a bit samey if I have it on the front and the back, or? I don't know. I really like that. Makes your eyes go funny. But I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to ink the edge. Just make it a bit older than it looks. Also, it might make it look a bit different to the one on the inside if it's inked. So I really should have taken a bit of notice about what time you started this, Dave, because I'd have no idea how long this video is at the moment. So I don't know how long I've been going for, how long. I tried to do them about an hour, but I noticed the last couple of times they've been like hour and 10, hour and 15. So, but I do like to try and keep them to about an hour. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do that. So, don't know what he's up to, but he's doing something. Not actually read the magazine, just use it as a glue book. Yeah, and that way for now. I'd like to try and, well, I'm probably not going to finish the whole thing, but I'd like to try and get a lot of this done in this video, because I'd like to finish it, really. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit more glue on the back of there now, because I've pilled it up, haven't I? Yeah, and maybe a Maybe a flower. What shall I have? What should I do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? I don't want to know what you're doing with a drunken sailor. That's upside down, Dave. Just don't like the shininess of them. That's the only thing that I don't like. Maybe. Oh, just had a bit of a thought. Might be a bit. I should have decoupaged it before I stuck it down, but I might. Maybe a bit of decoupage might be the answer. I want a bit of I was going to use this tissue paper, wasn't I? Well, I think that might overtake the whole thing. Might not overtake it, overwhelm it. So let's see what we've got in the tissue. So there's that. It's kind of got the right tonal colours in it. Oh, there's this. I love this. I think. Oh, I've done it. That's it. I've decided I'm going to have one of these. And I think, shall I have the purple? Or shall I have the pink? Oh, I really like the pink. I'm going to go for the pink. So I'm going to use my water brush. The one with the water window, that's the one. Get the water going. Get the water going. So yeah, mental health. What else? Yeah, autism. Yeah, just it is what it is. I don't feel bad for me, or it's just one of them things. I've just got autism. It's fine. Like I say, I like being weird now. When I was a kid, it wasn't great. You do get a bit bullied. Well, you might not do these days, but like you did in the 80s. So get off me. Get off me. But sorry, I was saying get off me to a piece of the tissue paper that was still stuck to my finger after I'd tried to throw it in the bin. So what I might do is I'm probably going to struggle to tuck it in. So what I'll do is I might just. Should I cut it off now? Yeah, well, let's tear it off. Tear a bit of it off anyway. We've got less to worry about. Get off me. Get off me! Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. So I'm going to do it with. Should I do it with Mod Podge? I don't know. Oh, there's that. I was thinking, don't know where the watered down Mod Podge is, but it's only there. It's fine. Oh look, it's got a bubble on the top. Don't want a really wide paintbrush. It's still there, that bubble. I'm going to have to pop it though, so there we go, pop. So I'm going to have it there. So I'm just kind of trying to eyeball where I might need a bit of Mod Podge to go down. Get that out of the way and you can probably see better with that away. And then I'm going to put this on here. Right, if you're going to do this, be very gentle because you will tear the fibres and it will fall apart. And you will cry because I have done all of those things. I just want to try and get it nice and even, like lying a bit quite flat, and also getting it on this little step down. Well, it's not actually got any glue on that bit there, Dave, so that's going to be harder. Try and do it now. Yeah, it's just getting rid of all those little air pockets as well. Peel it up a bit. Right, especially when you've wet the top of it, be very careful. You're just looking for trouble otherwise. So it's going to wrinkle a bit because, you know, you've got an envelope underneath it and that's got wet, and you've got this, you've wetted as well. So, you know, it's just one of those things. It is what it is. Right, I want to go up to that bit there. I don't think I can get it. I might, let's see if I can get it, some of it to go in the pocket so that it's kind of... Right, first of all, put a bit of glue in and tuck it in a bit. You're just going to have to be very careful. You want this to dry now with the pocket open, otherwise you won't get the pocket open again. So we need to put something in there to hold it open. Let's use a pen top, that'll do. Do you see what I mean? Because what I've done is I've tucked it in the pocket and I've put glue down. And what you don't want it to do is this bit to sandwich together, and you won't get the pocket open again then. So... and then I'm going to have that hanging over that edge. I don't want too much, I don't want to over wet it. Just trying to make the bits of white quite transparent. Again, just catching that step down. And down to there, and then, oh, we've got bit of tissue there, and what we'll do is when it's dry we'll just cut it off that edge. So that's now going to dry like that. I mean, you can reshape it afterwards. I know that it might go a little bit out of shape, but you know, that's what you get when you start tinkering with things. So do I have anything else on here that I might to use? That butterfly maybe as a dragonfly. I do like dragonflies, but I might put dragonfly on the inside on here or something. I think I might use this butterfly as well. Because it's so small, I'm not going to wet it with water, because you're more likely to, it'll seep over to the butterfly and it'll just fall apart. So I mean, I'm not saying it will, I'm saying it might. So I want to get quite a bit off this edge. Don't want too much overhang. So if you'd gone right up to it with a water brush to be able to do that, it would have fallen apart. And also I don't cut them because I like the feathered edge. The feathered edge means it blends in better. So I think I might have that on there. There, what do I want it there? Does it matter, Dave? Not really. I think I'm going to have it there. Just put that water brush, the glue brush back. That pot of water looks like it desperately needs a clean anyway, so I'll do that after I've finished this video. Oh, I did say I was going to check how long I've been running for, but as you can tell, I haven't. So, no idea. Just going to keep going for a bit. So, it's helping me to calm down anyway, so... Not that I wasn't calm, but just that I needed to spend some time with my mates, that's what it was. If you're new to doing decoupage, don't do this that I'm doing because it's going to go horribly wrong and you're going to get upset. And it's only because like you kind of learn what you can and you can't do. You don't always get it right because I have made some terrible errors while I've been filming it, and I still show it. So right, I'm going to dry it with this so that I can close it. All right, be careful of my window. I've forgotten about that. I've got a glassine window and I don't want it to melt. So we need something. We need to guard it with something. Okay. So the butterfly I'll leave to dry naturally. What the heck is that? It's just a piece of tissue that's kind of all bundled together. Hopefully that is also dry in there. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll cut that edge off. When I cut it off, I'll probably cut rid of that, Dave. I'll probably cut this off. I've rolled over my microphone lead. So there we go. We've got a butterfly on the front. I think it's kind of almost dry anyway, so I'm just going to cut that off. I don't know why there's such a big thing about having male crafters anyway. Like, you know, Tim Holtz is a male crafter, and people seem to rave about him all the time. But I have left some craft groups before because of bullying. Sometimes it feels a bit like they're bullying. Other times it just, they're just not a bit callous and a bit like, what's he doing in our group? I've left some groups because of that. But it is what it is, isn't it? So, let's have a look. Where's me little tin? I was going to look at the time, wasn't I? Where's my tin? Well, I've looked at the time, but it didn't help me. So, I don't know, can't tell how long I've been running for because the counter is in the wrong part. Anyway, I'm just going to finish doing this front bit and then I'll kind of finish. My battery says low battery, 20% remaining, so I'll probably have to finish soon anyway, so let's try and put that the right way up, Dave. So probably have it like that, I think. Up there. Quite like it up there. Right, I'm just going to cut that edge off because it's a bit of white paper showing through, and same with that. These are the ones that have been cut by the scan and cut, so like they just have a tiny bit sometimes. Which of course you could just ink. No, that's not ink, Dave. Don't put glue on it. And you wouldn't see anyway, so. I'm just putting some glue. No, I'm just putting some ink on the edges just to get rid of all of that extra white surround that I don't want to see. So how did I want it? I want it like that. Okay, a bit wonky with that on there, hanging over the window. Yeah, like that. Can't tell. I think it. I don't think it really matters, Dave. Let's stick it down. Let's stick the two down together first. My overthinking brain. There you go. That's what happens. Let's do that. Put that on there like that. Yeah, I like that. Don't put too much on the where the window is, because it'll just squeeze out all over the window. There you go. I like it with both of them. A little bit wonky. Oh, that's fine. There was a bit of a ridge that I've got rid of now anyway. So there's that. I want something to be seen through the window. And once I've done that, I think I'm gonna kind of end the video, because I really, like I said, I don't know how long I've been going for. I don't think it's an hour yet, but we'll soon see. So I'm going to want something that can be seen through that window, don't I? So what do I want? A flower. Just do a flower, shall I? Shall I do a flower? They're all a bit big. I could do with some really tiny flowers. You know why I don't have any tiny flowers fussy cut? Because I don't like fussy cutting, and cutting tiny flowers out would just be like the worst possible thing you could do. Oh, I like that. I like that. I know it's it's not a. I thought it was a plastic one, but I don't think it is. I think it's. I really like that, and I need something else in the background, something else to go with it. Not a butterfly. Look how giant that butterfly would look, like the attack of the giant butterflies compared to that mushroom. What do I put there? I really don't know. Shall I have a word, or shall I have a flower? Shall I have a bird? Sorry. Shall I have a bird? Oh, I don't know whether I've got a tiny bird that size. Probably not. What else have I got up there? Shrooms and butterflies. Frames and borders, labels, words and quotes, people. Mixed Tim Holt ephemera. Okay. Maybe a stamp. Maybe a stamp. Let's get a stamp. So, sorry. Well, I'm just going to go off camera for a minute while I go. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to my iPad's trying to attack me now. My stamps. Maybe we'll put a stamp on there. So this is my stamp. This is the stamp album for using. This is not the stamp album for, abusing. Quite like those. Green might blend in. Maybe a blue one. The blue one with a similar sort of image on it. Let's see what that one looks like. Don't think I like it as much. No, don't like that as much. Maybe you should just go with your gut, Dave, and just your gut instinct and stick with that one. Or maybe that. Maybe if we can get it out without folding it up. Oh, stomach's rumbling now. I quite like that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll stick that back in there. It doesn't matter where it goes. It's a similar colour anyway, so yeah, we'll stick them like that. So, just going to put some. Oh, I've left the lid off this. I thought this was a good idea to put this white glue in these things, but it's not as good as having the 3-in-1. It seems to suit perfectly. This glue less so. That's just a personal opinion. I mean, like, you might like it. And that is absolutely fine. That is just fine. But I don't, so it's too tall now. Yep, there. That's where I want it. So right. Might take me 3 days to peel this off, so like talk amongst yourselves, won't you? So especially because my fingers are so gluey now. No, done it. I think it's going to go about there. Don't stick it down. Yep, that's fine. Just get the plastic off me. Just cut that bottom bit off. I really like that. Cool. 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 I mean, like, this needs something, but I'm not that worried about it. Let's just see if we can just finish this off before I lose my mind. No, before I finish the video. So I might have just a tear of this. Tear it down a bit more. Might have a bit of that. Maybe a bit of that on there. Just as somewhere to write. You need a glue book, Dave. So, which side did I just start gluing? That side. Stick my finger in it. That's the best way to find out. So, going to put this on here. Just stick that down. And I don't know whether I might just have a word maybe on here. I feel like it needs something on it, but I don't know what it needs. Maybe it needs a word. Doesn't need a tab. They're not big enough, I don't think. Oh, come on. For outward application. Maybe that's what it needs. Just something. A little something and another little something else. Maybe a number. Yeah, that'll do. That's speed crafting for you, isn't it? So it just needed something and I was able to make a decision. Don't do that with that. Same with this. Just give it a bit of an inch. So if this video has ended abruptly, well, you won't hear me because it has ended abruptly. If this video ends abruptly, then you know why. Because my battery's low. And I've just been I'm just pushing it now, pushing the boundaries of battery technology through craft. So stick that on there, stick that on there. Strangely, it seems to be going on straight, this one. Yeah, that's going to go on straight. There we go, that's it. So, that's what we've made. More of a push it all out of the way day today because I haven't got time. So that's what we've made. So we've got pocket here, little flippy out thing, journal space, bit of journal space, another pocket. So, and that can get stuck into a journal. So that's it. So there we go. You can have a bit of a closer look now. So just open it up. This is the top half. This is the bottom half. Open it up. Might put something on here, but I'll have a think about that. So there we go. That's it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a good afternoon, evening, morning, day, whatever time you've been watching this. Thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you really do like it, please like it, because it tells YouTube that you liked it. Please, consider subscribing. Tell your friends if you think they might like it. Share it with them, because the more followers, I would like to be able to do a YouTube live through my mobile, and you need to have 1,000 followers for that, which I'm probably not going to have for a very long time. But I'd like to be able to do my lives on YouTube rather than just on Facebook. So it's just a wish. I'd like, I don't make any money out of doing this. I literally just do it for the fun of it, and hopefully to help you. Somebody did say to me maybe I should consider having a Patreon, but I don't think I don't think any of you would want to kind of like contribute. So maybe I'll think about it anyway. All right, I need to set up my Etsy first, so maybe do that first. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate your views. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, or whatever time it is with you. I've said that already, haven't I? My brain's not firing properly. I will love you and leave you. As I always say, I love you without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. You all have a lovely time. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of kisses, lots of crappy hugs, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.